Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am going to be making a scrappy quilt block out of 5-inch squares with no waste and no intersections. Is this exciting or what? And I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not going to let you watch me sew because I want to try to get that part out of my video. For the sake of time, I won't have as much editing to do, and I don't think you need to hear my sewing machine anymore. At least not in this series. The other thing is, when I'm done the block, I am going to tell you how many blocks you would have to make and how many 5-inch squares it would take for 2 different size quilts. So stick around because I'm gonna, see how much trimming I have to do to make it even. I'll give you a size and then we can go from there. I'll do the math for you, okay? Let's get started. You are going to need 6 5-inch squares for 1 block. And I have 5. Hang on. Here's number 6. It got left behind. These are just scraps that I have. Nothing special. And I just picked various colors and prints. I do like Scrappy, but yeah, this isn't something that I planned. It's just what I had available. But I do want to show you. I have 5-inch squares that you might like for this if you decide you'd like to make an entire quilt top using this scrappy block. I cut these myself. 100 prints, no duplicates. And if you go to eBay, you will see the pictures of all the prints. They're just really nice prints. They're good manufacturers. I'm going to just show you maybe a few. I don't want to take them all out because I want them kind of to be stacked nice. It's a big variety, and I don't have too many that are directional. Now look, a stripe. You don't really want directional prints for this scrappy block, but stripes, even though they're directional, they're not. It's okay if you have some going up and down and then some going sideways in your quilt. I have florals and just some wild, funky prints. It's a really good mix. Even these little animals are not directional. They're going in all directions. Flowers, wood grain. Ooh, I just love this so much. So go see the listing on eBay. The link is in the description of my video. And my eBay name is Darlene Michaud. Or you can go to my blog, darlenemichaud.com. Spelled just like it is on this channel. And you'll see links for me in the left sidebar. And one of those will take you to my eBay store. So I have these. There's 100, no duplicates. I think I have 4 or 5, because I also have this. One of these I have 4 at this moment, and the other I have 5 at this moment. But when I talk about something in a video, it can sell out pretty quick. This is August 19, 2024. If you're watching in the future, then this stuff is gone. This is all tone on tone in a bunch of colors. I have like turquoise and yellow and red and green, and somewhere there's aqua and just orange and brown, black, whatever. There's just all different colors. And no duplicates in here either. There's 99. There are duplicate prints. Like this is paint strokes, something like that. So there's probably other paint strokes, but in a different color. This is awesome. All right, I'll tell you at the end how many squares you need. 6 5-inch squares. We're taking 2 out. We're not cutting them. This is so incredibly easy. If you start out with charm packs, it's a breeze. I'm going to take out, let me think. Let's just do the pink and the green. Now out of these 4, we're going to cut all 4 of them the same. We're going to just stack them. And we're making 1 cut in the center. And if your prints are all non-directional, it won't matter which way you stack. So I'm just going to cut in the center, and it's going to give us 8, I'm calling them bricks. 8 bricks. That will be 5 by 2.5. Let me go cut. Now we have this. It doesn't get easier than this. You would have a chance, like if you buy this, you'd be able to cut all the bricks that you need, and then you can pick and choose for each block, and you could have no duplicates in each block. I'm going to have duplicate prints, obviously, because I'm not going to cut up a whole bunch of 5-inch squares just for the sake of this video. So I'm just doing the 6 that I needed, and I will have duplicates in my block. Now we need 2 bricks that we're going to cut. I'm going to take these 2 dark ones. Again, I could take a dark one, I could take a light one, but I'm just going to go with this. I got interrupted. I took those 2 bricks and I did the ones that matched, and I cut them in half, and so now we have 4 2.5-inch squares. These bricks are all 2.5 by 5. Okay, now let me set it up. I've got mine set up like this. Let's just push this down for now, because this bottom is the exact same as the top, only it's turned. That's why we don't want any directional prints. Makes it very easy. I'm not going to sew for you, but we're taking the 5-inch square and one of the bricks, and we're putting that there. Now this is vertical, the brick, and the 2.5-inch square is going there. This brick, 2.5-inch square, is going there. I'm going to sew, sew, and sew. Now I have this. I'm going to sew these 3 pieces together, and there are no intersections. None there, and when I put this one, none there. Easy peasy. We have this. Now I'm going to bring this one here, and I'm going to show you the same here. So you're just really making a bunch of these, but then this one will be turned to sew to the other one. So let's do the same thing. Putting the brick here, I will sew that. The brick here, I will sew that. Brick in the 2-inch square. And then like this, so. And we have this. I'm going to sew those 3 pieces together. So this is what we have. And I'm going to put this one at the bottom. That's just because that's the way I started out. And we want our 2 5-inch squares to be kitty corner. And then all of this is your choice. It can be all different prints in each block, or you can do some matchy-matchy like I did. Totally up to you. Now we're going to sew these 2 together right here. And I forgot to mention, I have to go press. This intersection in the center is not going to match, and I'll tell you why. Because this side is narrower than this side, because there's a seam allowance. And the same down here, this side is narrower than this side. So there's no way to match that up. So don't think you did it wrong, because you didn't. So this entire block had no matching intersections. Gotta go press. I think it looks so nice and scrappy. And you wouldn't know that you started out with just 5-inch squares. Some people would think you had to cut all these separate, you know, from separate strips of 2.5-inch strips or things like that. It was so easy to just use the 5-inch squares and no waste and no intersections. I just love it. I just love it. I was able to trim mine to 8.5 wide by 13 tall. You might not be able to get that. You might have, come out a little smaller, maybe a little bit bigger. What I always tell people, make all your blocks first and then measure them. Pick the smallest one and trim that one. Whatever that trims down to, that's what all the others have to be. Again, if you need it bigger, longer, whatever, you can put sashing between the blocks. You can add borders around the quilt top. Do whatever you want to do. I hope you like it. Okay, so let me give you some sizes. If you were to make 30 of these, you would need 180 5-inch squares. You would lay them out 6 wide by 5 tall, and it would measure about 48 inches wide and 62 inches tall. That's very approximate. If you don't want to do that much sewing, you could make 20 blocks like this. You would need 120 5-inch squares. You would lay it out 5 wide by 4 tall, and that would end up being about 40 inches wide by 50 inches tall. Of course, you can just make this block and do whatever you want with it. And don't forget to go check out these 5-inch squares, these most awesome 5-inch squares. And I do have other 5-inch squares there in smaller amounts. Like I probably have some that are 36 in a pack. I think I have one that's 54 in a pack. So go look at my eBay store and look around. And of course you can cut your own 5-inch squares, or you could just go ahead and say I need just 2 5-inch squares, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the bricks that are 2.5 by 5, and then 4 2.5-inch squares per block. I'm trying to stay in the center of the camera. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, because I'll be doing some more like this. I'll make one block and tell you how many blocks you need for a certain size quilt top. Okay? So yeah, subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!